Thank you for joining us on this ceasefire moment, where we listen to understand, not necessarily to agree. For your consideration, when we look at Acts 10:14, where it's talking about the vision that Peter is having, it's interesting to note that it says, "Not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is," and many of the translations say common or unclean. You'll note that none of them say clean and unclean. It's common and unclean. And then later, when we look at Acts 15, it's the same thing. It says, we'll just pick a version at the top here, "And a voice came unto him again the second time, What God has cleansed, make not thou common." There are a couple of translations that say God has made clean, or don't say that what God has made clean are impure. But in general, there's nothing here that says something that was unclean is now clean. It's saying that what was common has been cleansed. This is an important distinction. For in the Greek, it would mean unholy, profane, or defiled, specifically in the sense of being something that is not set apart. We would use the word holy today, or something that has been made impure, and it was often referring to what is not clean or consecrated according to Jewish law. In the Hebrew concept, it's the term is common, and it can mean unclean or defiled, or to profane or defile. And then the word unclean means unclean, referring to ceremonially or morally impure, like unclean animals or unclean spirits. There's no information provided where unclean animal could be made clean in any way because they were unclean due to characteristics built within them. However, even in referring to different items in the tabernacle and the temple, it could be something common, like a cup, and then it would go through a ceremonial cleansing, and then it could be determined to be clean. Or you could have a leper who is considered to be unclean go through ritual purifications that would then be made clean. But the distinction that we need to make here is that Peter says, "Not so, Lord, because at no time did I eat anything common or unclean." And there a voice again, a second time to him, "What God cleansed, you do not declare as common." Just submitting for your consideration in your studies. Thank you for joining us on this ceasefire moment. We hope you've learned something.